Sometimes we stop doing the things we love, not because we've lost interest, but because life gets too heavy to hold both joy and responsibility at the same time. You tell yourself you'll get back to it soon when things calm down, when you have more time, more energy, more space, but soon stretches into weeks, then months, and one day you look at your paints or your camera or your piano, and it almost feels like it belongs to someone else. This isn't a story about failure, it's about being human, about the way life slowly unravels and the things that used to ground us becomes overwhelming. Hi, my name is Jada, and welcome back to another art vlog. I know I've been gone for quite some time. I had a lot of very overwhelming things happening. So let's talk about why that happened and how to gently get back to what we enjoy. Overwhelm doesn't always arrive as chaos. Sometimes it's quiet, a constant background noise of everything we're supposed to keep up with. Work, bills, deadlines, caring for others. We become caretakers of obligations with little space left for ourselves. Our brains are smart, and when we feel too much pressure, creatively, we shut down. It's not laziness, it's almost a type of survival. Our bodies are saying things like, not now, we're in danger, we have to keep going. But art, writing, or music, or whatever makes you feel happy is another kind of survival, is a way we connect and come back to ourselves. When the world feels too much and we retreat to protect our energy, sometimes in the process, we end up protecting ourselves from the things that will heal us and that we enjoy the most. And it's okay. It's okay if you haven't created in a while. That moment of silence is just a way for your body to say, it's time to rest. Then comes the overwhelming sense of guilt, the voices that say, you're used to do this all the time, you're doing so well, what happened to you, what happened to the things that we enjoyed. You start feeling like a failure. Part of yourself that used to be inspired now feels guilty, and the creative spark is gone, almost like a deep freeze. And the longer we wait, the harder it is to feel like we can begin again. And the more we don't start, the more we tell ourselves we can't. But there's something hiding inside, behind all the guilt, that is proof that you still care. Maybe your art feels foreign now, maybe things feel a little different, maybe things feel a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. Creativity isn't something you lose, it's something that stays quietly in the background until you're ready to listen again. So rest if you need to rest. Resting is also very necessary. I have been gone for a few months, and during that time, I was feeling very overwhelmed, very stressed, and unhappy about my current situation. If you're new to my art vlogs, you probably haven't watched the last video where I explained that I will be moving across the country. I moved from Virginia to Washington, and it was a big change. I didn't think I would be able to do the things that I loved anymore. I definitely took time and retreated into myself. I didn't mean to, and these things happen. I feel like every year for me is something big and overwhelming happens, and I need to take a moment and take a step back. But then I feel that spark again, that little whisper in the back of my head saying, maybe you should paint today. Maybe you should try this today. Maybe you should try making paints. Maybe you can figure out how to make ceramics at home. So I just started without the pressure of the camera, without thinking about whether I was going to post this on social media. The entire time my shop was open and I was still sending out packages and little sticker mails. So I knew that people still cared and I had motivation to keep going, even when it was hard sometimes. There's this thing that we do to ourselves where we try to wait for the perfect mood, the perfect time, the perfect idea, but perfection oftentimes makes us afraid that we're never going to start again. I think what is needed isn't inspiration, it's permission. Permission to make bad art, permission to do something meaningful for ourselves, permission to create only because it feels good to be creative. When we give ourselves permission, there's nothing holding us back. And that's what art really is about. It's not about the outcome, but the act of returning back to the quiet moments, the moments when you see a final painting or a little scribble in your sketchbook and think it's beautiful. This is old footage back in Virginia when I was still painting in my cat sketchbook. You probably are a little bit familiar with the cat sketchbook if you have seen my previous painting in my cat sketchbook paint with me videos. The goal was to get better at painting cats so I can eventually paint my own cats. When I eventually moved to Washington, I was still getting used to the new space, the setup, the lighting, everything. And when I finally felt comfortable enough, I picked up the camera, dusted off the old tripod, and decided I was going to paint my cat Dean and film it. And this is one of the proudest paintings I've ever made. So this is for you, a gentle reminder to keep making art, to keep painting, to keep being creative, even when it's hard. If you stop doing what you love, please don't call yourself lazy. You're healing. You're trying your best in a world that keeps asking more from you. The things you create don't have to prove anything. They don't have to make money, and they don't have to impress anyone. All those things are just a bonus. So when the world feels too heavy again, remember this. Creating isn't another task to check off. It's a way to come home to yourself. It's a way to feel connected again. You don't have to make something perfect. So this is your sign if you're waiting for it. Pick up your brush, your pen, your instrument, and begin again. Keep making art even when you're overwhelmed, because art doesn't ask for perfection. You just only need to give it permission to exist. Just remember, you're allowed to rest. You're allowed to begin. You're allowed to begin again. You're allowed to start over. But just remember that I'm here and I understand what it's like to go through the overwhelming feeling and putting all of the things that you love to the side and hoping that one day you'll be able to get back into it again. But this is your time to get back into it again. Just be fearless and give yourself permission. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you're enjoying this new style of video filming setup and talking style that I am trying out. I am really glad to get back into painting again and connecting here on YouTube with the artist community. I miss this part of creating. Video making is just another part of my creative process, and I have been struggling a lot with barrier to entry. My computer was not being a good sport and I was having trouble editing on it, and so I started using my husband's gaming laptop, which is interesting and new, and I'm still adjusting. I'm still adjusting to a new place, still adjusting to a new filming setup, but I was really excited to jump back into connecting with all of you again here on YouTube. So I'm hoping you're enjoying everything, and I often go back and re-watch my YouTube videos. So during the times when I'm feeling very overwhelmed, when I'm feeling discouraged, I hope to go back and be willing to watch this YouTube video again and feel encouraged and feel motivated to get back into the things that I love doing. There are so many things and so many goals that I hope to achieve before the end of the year. There are so many things that I want to do going forward for my art business, for my YouTube channel, and things that this YouTube video has taught me that I want to implement in the next videos to come. I have a couple of back to watercolor episodes planned, and I just miss I just miss all of you guys so much. I miss connecting with you in the comments. So say hi if you're here. If you're new, welcome. I am glad that you're with us. If you want to connect more with me, I have links down below that you can check out. And if you are interested in a cat commission, also the link is down below. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting the things that I love doing. And I hope to see you all very, very soon in the next one. Bye bye. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the video.
cooler on. Push the pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through. Today I've got better things to do. Okay, to leave a little bit undone and be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun. Set aside every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind. Simmer down, settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through. Today I've got better things to do. Okay, to leave a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Be the cat